every new program of God will demand a new version of you. This is why progressively you are supposed to be growing in keeping to pace with the very purpose of God per time and per season for your life. The garden was designed to reflect the current shape of heaven as at the time the garden was being built, to show that there is one among the civilization of Zion who has lost favor with God, but the basis to judge him has not been found. He is still roaming freely. He is still a resident of that civilization. So there is also a tree inside the garden as a proof that there is something here that you are not supposed to be talking with. There is somebody here you are not supposed to fellowship with. There is somebody here you are supposed to avoid anytime you see him. And he also has the capacity to stay at the center of the garden. Remember, light bearer. So this is why, because Adam's priesthood does not limit him to earth alone, he could operate in the throne room too. So since he fraternized both realms, they replicated the reality of the shape of heaven to reflect what is on the earth. So that's why the garden had that particular entity called the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Do not eat of it. Are we together? Number 2, the tree of life and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, they are both symbolic of pathways. So the tree of life is a pathway of life. And that was what I was sharing with us when I was talking about man in his true estate. Before man fell, his education was by life. His inheritance is life. But since man fell, he partook of the tree of knowledge and avoided the tree of life. Meanwhile, since his education was life, if you remember that instruction, did God ever counseled or instructed man to not eat of the tree of life? Come on, are we not Bible students? Did God ever tell man not to eat of the tree of life? The instruction was only do not eat of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. So life was part of the man. Man was assessing, fellowshipping, interacting with life. But the moment he ate of the tree of knowledge, they prohibited him from having access to the tree of life. You know why? Because that mixture, it would have made him irredeemable. It would have made salvation impossible. If he ate of life in that his fallen state, he will remain fallen forever. He will never be able to be redeemed again. Where whatever state life finds you, it will permanent you in that place. He would have held the light, held revelation, held the truth in contempt. It means that the revelation of God will be a defense mechanism for him. Let me give you an illustration. Have you seen a Christian who had journeyed some mileage with God and then backslidden? In his backslided state, he will become a champion for darkness. If you want to preach to him, he will invoke scriptures. And that scripture is invoking. They were supposed to be tools of transformation. But now, it has become for him an object of defense against the truth. When you say the Bible said, he will tell you the Bible also said. Then he will now leave a confusing spot somewhere. And then he will live as a champion. Enjoy. His disciples will now be clapping for him. That don't mind them, these holy people. Teach them something. We were in a room on campus, and one brother opened a strange Bible. It had some books that I've never seen before. So he read a scripture out. I said, where did you get this Bible from? I think the book is one strange female name. So when he read the thing, I said, where did you get this Bible from? He said, it does not matter. So me, I didn't know which law to invoke to support what I was trying to teach. And I realized that everybody in the room were happy. See, the unrighteous, they hate you. The unrighteous are waiting for the day something in your life will prove that nobody is perfect. They rejoice anytime a Christian falls. Do you see what happens online? Breaking news. Pastor caught. It's not only pastor. Every day, normal human beings do those things. But if they catch a pastor, they will never forgive you. Breaking news. They even put it on national television to show you the proclivity in man to make sure that the righteous are spotted and dented. That is why anyone who names the name of the Lord must depart from iniquity. The world does not like you. They don't like you. They don't like. In case they are telling you that I just love your type of Christianity, they are setting a trap for you. It was designed that we will journey with God. We will explore God through the pathway of life. That it is through life we are supposed to relate with God. So that it will be father to child, spirit to spirit. No need for a third party. It was designed that the whispers of Elohim can be echoed inside your soul. You can hear him. It was designed that you are supposed to hear a voice from behind you saying, this is the way, walk in it. I read a scripture in Psalms. He says, I will guide you with my eye. Meaning that as you are looking at his face like this, have you been somewhere that you wanted to make a mistake, then your best friend now did something like this for you? That sign he gave you is, don't try it. Now, it is only intimate men with God that can pick readings from his eye. It means if you are not beholding him, you cannot pick that sign. You want to enter a car that is doomed for accident. God can do like this, but you can't pick it. You are not beholding. Daily beholding his face. Those are the people that can pick these intimate signals. But man chose knowledge in place of life. Before you say the knowledge of good and evil, before you talk about evil, they first associated that knowledge to good. Because every knowledge has two sides. Your knowledge of biology, is it not good? But it also has a negative side. That your knowledge of the causative organism of typhoid, Salmonella typhi. When you were studying it, maybe you were happy that this, we are learned people. Now, the moment you now have headache, you lost appetite, you have some pains on different parts of your body, your subconscious mind will begin to draw out the symptoms of typhoid. Then your mind will quickly travel and say, Kai, bless it, now all those dirty water we have in the drink. Kai, typhoid, typhoid, typhoid. Your first reaction when you had that headache was to demand the life of God, which is the Zoe on your inside, to correct the abnormality. But because you are saturated with knowledge, that knowledge has a way of limiting, of subjugating the economy of the spirit and make you to operate by common sense, by rationality. Every new program of God will demand a new version of you. This is why progressively you are supposed to be growing in keeping to pace with the very purpose of God per time and per season for your life.